Hi everybody, it's Diane just popping on with a little intro here. Those last glue books I made, I wound up with some cutoffs that are like the exact same size. So I'm going to make mini glue books, why not? These are 5.5 by 2 3/4. And I came in 2.5 on each, and it's a 1/2 inch spine. Okay, I'm going to fill these up with papers. Maybe by then my neighbor will stop making noise. I don't know. I wouldn't count on it. And then I thought we'd come back and start gluing in a mini glue book. Why not? Okay, hang on. Okay, I'm finally finished. Like 2 days later. Not that this took that long, but this is planting season now for me, so I've been doing other things. But okay, they're all done. Aren't these cute? I think they're cute. Okay. So let's put one to use. I have this. Why, Diane? There must be a story. Yeah, there's a story. I actually bought, this is a printable thing off Etsy. It's a lot of these 70s, they're probably old greeting cards, girls' images, just recently. And I printed off this sheet because I wanted to make note cards. But those images are kind of small. Yes, they are. You would think, how long has an average person like me had computers and printers and stuff? 25 years now, something like that. Can she still get it right? No. Well, it wasn't entirely my fault. I didn't even, this is how stupid I or my printer is, and don't, okay, I don't like that facing the blue. We're going to turn the page. And don't finish that statement for me. And I'm going to put her here because she's looking there. I didn't even know it printed. Because it was showing me, these images were too big. This, when I went to print it just wouldn't print. I forget now, but it just was being a problem. So I'm like, okay, forget it. I'll have to ask my husband later, forget it. I can't print something off my own computer, okay. Well, then I come out here later where my printer is. Oh, it printed. Okay. According to what I did, it shouldn't have printed. I don't know. So that's just a roundabout way, a long-winded story to say that I have no use for these because the printing is too small. Well, which do you like better? A or B? That's a tough call. That gives it a little more of an airy look, if you will, because of the larger scale. I think this color matches better. Yeah, okay, we'll go with this. Actually, would this be too short? Let's try this. Yeah, you could make it work, and for just a little scrappy book, but I don't like it so much. And I have no theme or anything at this exact moment, although I was thinking, did you enjoy it? No, because of these, and as I mentioned, there are other ones too, and the cover, I could make this be kind of a floral theme thing. That's not dumb. But then again, do you have to have a theme? No. Do you want to get pigeonholed into a theme? Not really. But that being said too, yeah, Diane has contradictions for everything. When you have a theme, I don't think I'd say half, but maybe a third of the battle is over. You don't have to pull out a book and go, oh, I don't know what to put in here. I mean, if you have a theme going, right, you kind of have a head start. Hey, Don, you give this stuff way too much thought. Yeah, you're right. And kidding aside, you can think too much, overthink this stuff. You definitely can. Case in point. Isn't she just the modest, cool girl? See, that's the way wrapping paper and greeting cards and stuff like that should still look. Memo pad covers, notepad covers. They should all look like this. There's absolutely no veering away from that. Veering away. Yeah, okay, good luck with that. Yeah, thank you. Well, I have no idea why this arrow would be here, but I like the color. That's an idea, because you like the color, that's why. And I also cut more pages than I needed unknowingly, so I may go ahead and make a couple more books. I don't plan on trying to sell these just because they're so small. I mean, for what I could charge for it, it's kind of not worth my trouble to try to sell. But I can use them in some way. And it is a good use of the scrap stuff. Okay, unless we want to do something over here. That's a thought. Or like that. Okay. Well, yeah, what do we want to put on the other side then? Just a sec. Or two. I'm grabbing my little didn't use it yet box. What is this? I guess it's magazine paper. I don't know. That's a good background. It's not a focal thing, obviously, to me. That's good, but not there. You see, that's a cat looking through a palm of some sort. Oh, well, how perfect is this? I like the fun of the 1970s. Well, yeah, okay, I'll put this on this first page. It doesn't mean this whole book has to be 70s, although that would be very cool, wouldn't it? I don't know if it's, I think 5, 10, 4, I think it's 40 pages front and back. Am I going to be able to come up with 40 70s things? I don't know. Now we can't tell anything with that stupid knife on it. I know. Okay. That's good. I don't know. That would be a challenge, wouldn't it? The clock is probably from the 60s. That's old fabric. Could be 50s too, and now that I think of it. That's not bad. I don't know that it looks 70s, but that color under the arrow would be nice. I should do something with that for the 250th, should I not? I did see in the next town over someone had a 250 banner in their front yard. It's the first I've seen. Okay. No. Oh, that's 70s. I don't think that's going to go there, though. I guess I have to get out a 70s McCall's magazine. I know I have one. Or it could be like 69. But don't tell anybody. Some of these ladies could be from the 70s. That looks like it. Okay, well, I didn't really find anything for the other side, did I? Okay, why do these planes have to whistle when they go over? That was never around in the 70s. Well, planes didn't used to go over here in the 70s as much. Okay, Diane, would you stop sounding like an old lady, please? That's kind of cool. Maybe a flower on that side, too. Is there anything on the same paper? No, there's that. Actually, the yellow one might not be too bad. Well, it's kind of a gold. And I think, depending on how I space it on top, we want something on top, right, too? Or I could just put a color under there. Of course, then again, to contradict herself, the white lettering doesn't look bad on the white. Okay, I'm going to pause. I'm going to see how long this video is. And then at least come back and let you see it done. I don't know if we'll do anything else today or not. Okay, hang on. Okay. You know, you could stamp, you could draw a border, you could goof around and doodle. As I've said before, I think in the past I tend to overdo stuff. So I'm going to try to err on the side of not so much, and we'll see how it goes. Diane, what'd you do? Well, I decided if I were going 70s, this cover looked much more 70s. So I switched books. Okay, and I think this is going to be its own video because I have to make dinner. It's hot back here. I'm short videos anyway, so we'll see. I came across this. I have all of this stuff. I have that 70s Montgomery Ward catalog, so I don't know. But okay, these are minis. Because, yeah, I was thinking, I had started this one. This is the mini glue book. So this can't be the mini. It's the mini. Okay, thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you have a groovy day out there.